Hey, I tried to beat Super Mario Maker 2 without touching a single block. Brick block, question mark blocks, donut blocks, anything that could be considered a Mario block is out of the question. We cannot touch it. Can we do it? Well, let's find out. Job 1 is a level meant to show you the brand new mechanic from this game, slopes. Yeah, slopes were not a thing in the original. Anyways, everything was okay up until I reached this part where there's like a million node blocks. There's just no way for me to dodge them, is there? Well, not really. But this game gives you the option of using spare parts that yo boy Luigi has in stock, and some of the things Luigi has in store are power-ups, and by using a propeller mushroom, we can actually glide above all of this and beat the stage blockless. Yay! Job 2 is filled to the brim with those red and blue blocks that are activated by using an on-off block. As you can probably tell, this level is all about hitting blocks, making it impossible for our quest. Job 3 is the introduction to the world of Super Mario 3D World. And let me tell you, this introduction wasn't easy. Basically, you'll want to get a catsuit from climbing those trees ASAP, because you'll need it to climb on walls and avoid touching some blocks. Eventually, I reach this part, where I'm meant to hit this block to create a path to go up there, but obviously I can't do that. I thought I was done for. But here's the thing, those sting bee enemies actually follow you for a bit if you get close to them, so by getting both those sting bees to get close to you, you can actually bounce on both of them and avoid touching every single block. Isn't that just epic? Job 4 was actually pretty simple, as you stand on a platform on rail for the entire level. There's a couple blocks up there, but I mean, if you don't use the propeller mushroom to actually get there, you'll be good. Job 5 takes place in a haunted house, and just reaching the first door will be quite difficult as it's made out of blocks. Yeah, so like there's literally no chance of this one being possible. Job 6 wants us to collect 30 coins in order for the flagpole to unlock, but if we want to get all of these coins, we'll need to go through many doors, and most of them are located on top of purple blocks. I entered the only door that was available to me, and even there I couldn't get all of the coins, so this one's not happening. Job 7 features those swinging claws thingies, and the first part isn't actually difficult, but soon I made my way to this part where I'm supposed to bounce on the springs and land on blocks. No, I don't like this. Thankfully, my pal Luigi gave me a tanuki leaf, and now I can just run super fast and fly above the entire section. There's gonna be another section near the end which also requires flying, but thankfully it's all good. Job 8 is full of shoes, but it's also full of blocks. Thankfully, I managed to avoid most of them up until this part. Look at all these blocks, how can I dodge them? Well, simply put, we can do a double jump if we're inside of a Goomba's shoe, allowing us to jump on top of these pipes and clear out the section. The rest was pretty easy. Job 9 is full of little puzzles that you need to clear to gather some keys to open up the door to the end of the stage. The first challenge room I entered wasn't really promising with all of these blocks, but I just left and tried other rooms, which were actually way easier to clear. In fact, I managed to get just enough keys to get to the end of the stage and to beat it, which actually surprised me a lot. I was sure this one would be impossible. Job 10 is full of grey blocks on the way, but it's also full of Banzai Bills, who will actually destroy the blocks, allowing us to move on the platforms instead and make our way to the end quite easily. Job 11 is full of seesaws and piranha plants, but there's very few blocks, making it quite easy to beat. Job 12 forced me to do a very scary jump in order to enter that pipe at the beginning, but it is possible. What isn't possible, however, is this part where we have to touch so many blocks. Thing is, with Luigi's help, I got myself a raccoon suit and I started running very fast, and I managed to fly above all of the blocks and made my way to the end. Let's go! Job 13 doesn't feature that many blocks, and most of them are on the ceiling, so it's kind of easy to dodge them all. Job 14 requires us to get a raccoon suit in order to keep running and flying above all of the enemies and blocks, but it was pretty simple. Job 15 has a clear condition that prevents us from jumping. And well, look at the start of the level. Blocks. And yeah, look at this part. More blocks. Bummer. Job 16 features a whole lot of blocks, but it's also a level where you are in a flaming Koopa clown car thingy, so you can destroy these blocks and get rid of them easily. Finally, I get my revenge over the yucky blocks! Job 17 was simple, as Goombas did all of the block touching for me, so I managed to get all the keys and I beat the stage. Thank you, Goomba! Job 18 contains a bunch of moving blocks, but they can always be dodged, especially when you get a cat suit. Job 19 takes place underwater, and you know what that means, it's actually super easy to swim around the evil blocks. Job 20 gives us another flaming Koopa car thingy, and we can destroy all of the blocks on the way. And then we reach this section. Yep, donut blocks. Unavoidable donut blocks. That's just sad. Job 21 looks like this. Yeah, a snake block. That's all there is to this level. There's no way to avoid touching blocks in that one, sadly. Job 22 features this section where there's blocks all over the freaking place. If you want to make it across without touching them, you'll have to jump when the water level starts rising, which is why I ended up giving myself a cape feather with the help of Luigi. Thankfully, it worked out fine. Job 23 is full of vines to climb on, but very few blocks, so we're all good. Job 24 was actually full of clear pipes, but was very lacking in blocks, so it was easy. Job 25 features way too many blocks to dodge, including some invisible ones, and even though I managed to clear this part using a raccoon leaf, the next part was full of evil ghosts, making this one impossible. Job 26 features low gravity jumps, which is actually pretty cool. These node blocks are not that cool though, and there's just no way to avoid them. Job 27 is all about cooking some delicious fish with some Yoshi fireballs. Tasty and easy level. Job 28 wants you to hit some on-off blocks to guide some shells through a maze to collect red coins. But yeah, as you can probably tell, this one's not happening. Job 29 features this very annoying poison mushroom that wants you dead, and dodging the blocks makes it even more difficult as tons of scary jumps will need to be made. There's this part where we have to hit those blocks, but by using a power-up, we can just damage boost our way through those spikes and reach the end. Job 30 is all about timing your jumps on those blue and red blocks, but since we cannot even step foot on them, we just won't be able to beat the level. Job 31 didn't feature a single block, making it a complete and total joke. Job 32 is a level where you need to go down these donut blocks if you want to start the level. So yeah, we're not even going to attempt it. Job 33 is just... yeah, I mean, there's no need talking about it. Job 34 doesn't feature a single block, so we just have to bounce to the end of the stage. Job 35 is full of cool trees to climb on. Easy. Job 36 contains a bunch of on-off blocks, but I managed to dodge them all by using a feather cape and a mushroom, only to end up with a wall of evil blocks I cannot dodge. Gosh dang it. Job 37 takes place on rails, and there's tons of things to dodge, but blocks are not one of them, so we're good. Job 38 features a couple blocks, but we can dodge them quite easily. Oh, and before anyone mentions it, this is a teleporter box, not a teleporter block. Gotcha. Job 39 was actually super simple, as it doesn't really feature that many blocks and you can just fly around them. As for Job 40, it didn't feature a single block that could potentially be dangerous, so we're good. Job 41 has a bunch of plants, but not a lot of blocks. Job 42 wants us to go in this door, which leads us on top of a snake block. But in these block challenges, if I am placed on top of a block because of a cutscene or a transition, I usually do not count it, provided I instantly move away from the block. And that's what I did, making this level actually possible. Not activating the snake block means more things will try to crush you, but yeah, it's actually possible. Job 43, on the other hand, is 100% impossible, as you need to hit some on-off blocks in order to move through the stage. Job 44 starts off with a bunch of note blocks down there, but thankfully we can just jump and squeeze in the pipe to collect the 40 coins needed to beat the stage. Obviously, we'll need Luigi's help to get a cape feather in order to go down the pipe and reach the end without landing on some yucky blocks. Job 45 made me do some crazy running flying jumps to get through the first part while dodging all of the blocks, but it was all for nothing, as this second part forced me to stand on those donut blocks. Job 46 is a castle level with the Super Mario Bros. 3 theme, which makes it look like it's entirely made out of blocks, and while this may be true, even if we discard that, we'll still have to touch some donut blocks soon enough, so this one is also impossible. Job 47 doesn't actually feature a single block, so it was easy to beat, but Job 48 features way too many, so it was impossible. Job 49 is all about those beat blocks, and you need to touch them if you want to enter the yellow pipe at the beginning, so this one's not happening. Job 50 was kind of easy up until this part with the donut blocks, but by using Luigi's help, I got a propeller mushroom and I just went above it all. Job 51 wants you to collect 50 coins, which is a bit yucky, but you know what, whatever, I'll do it. I managed to get 40 coins using the Koopa flying car thing, but the final 10 coin piece is stuck in between all of those blocks that you must destroy by touching them. Ugh. Job 52 is pitch black dark, but thankfully there are no blocks to dodge. Job 53 is easy, as long as you know how to do some epic wall jumps. Job 54 was all about getting to the top of this vertical level by riding these clouds. It was pretty simple actually. Job 55 wants you to ride a Koopa car to the end of the road, but the car kinda rides on some blocks at some point. But since Mario's inside a car, does it actually count as touching a block? I guess it kinda does, right? Job 56, well, do I really have to say anything? Job 57 contains way too many beat blocks, but since it's an underwater level, we can actually swim in between all of them, collect all 100 coins, and reach the flagpole. Let's frickin' go! Job 58 started off good, as I could just use a cape feather to fly in between all of the blocks, but once I hit the checkpoint flag, things went south real quick. I mean, how am I supposed to dodge the blocks here? Yeah, this one's not happening. Job 59 contains a crap ton of cannonballs, but very few blocks, which is actually pretty convenient. Job 60 features a section with blocks we absolutely need to hit to go through, which makes this level impossible. Job 61 wants us to go down by standing on donut blocks, which is highly illegal. Job 62 was actually super simple, and the blocks can all be avoided, which is pretty cool. Job 63 starts off by asking you to hit this on-off block to get the flying car thingy, which is, well, not allowed. Job 64 is all about riding some snake blocks, and even if you try to dodge them, you won't get very far. Bummer. Job 65 is a level where you need to hit POW blocks in order to clear out more blocks. Yeah, this one's not happening. Job 66 features a lot of parabeetles, but thankfully no blocks, meaning we just have to get safely to the flagpole. Job 67 contains a bunch of pyramids made out of blocks, and since it's a Super Mario Bros. 1 theme level, there's no way to fly above it all. Job 68 is more on-off blocks. Stop it. Job 69 forced me to touch a wall of blue blocks to get up there, and that's not cool! Job 70 was actually pretty easy, as you just got to run to the end. Job 71 is more on-off blocks shenanigans, meaning it is impossible. Job 72 is kind of easy, just hop inside a shoe until you get to the end. Job 73 was also quite simple, as all I had to do was to dodge some fireballs. Job 74 is simple, as long as you hold down the A button after leaving this door to avoid landing on the donut block. Job 75 was actually kinda difficult, as there are tons of blocks above your head, but I managed to avoid touching them and got to the end, which looks like this. Oh, well, I cannot hit those blocks, I'm gonna get crushed, aww. Job 76 was actually super easy, and I beat it real quick. Job 77 forces us to hit some on-off blocks again, so it's not happening. Job 78 forces us to get the big mushroom to break some ice blocks, which also means touching them. Job 79 was actually quite easy, and yes, I know you'll tell me I'm standing on a bunch of blocks, but no, these are part of the game theme. These are floors, not blocks. Job 80 is actually impossible, as we need to hit some on-off blocks. I did try to fly above all of it, and I got quite far, but sadly, this jump wasn't possible. Job 81 is full of donut blocks. Nope, not happening. Job 82 is full of vines, and guess what? We can touch those since they're not blocks, so that's cool. Job 83 was actually super simple, but Job 84 forced me to hit a block to get a vine, which kinda sucks. Job 85 wants us to walk on all of these blocks, which is not allowed. And since we cannot jump in this stage, well, yeah, we're done for. Job 86 features a on-off switch, but by using Luigi's help to get a propeller mushroom, we're all good. Job 87 is full of wooden crates, but these are crates, not blocks, so it is possible. Job 88 is full of ice blocks all over the place, but using a cape feather, I managed to fly above all of them only to get inside that pipe and reach an impossible section with so many blocks. Job 89 started off okay, and I managed to get through the first 2 sections, but soon I ended up on those donut blocks, which made it impossible for me to continue. Job 90 is all about running as fast as we can to the right, and thankfully there are no blocks on the way. Nice. Hey, we completed all 90 jobs! Cool! But of course, no, it is not possible to beat Super Mario Maker 2 without touching a single block. Out of 90 levels, 40 were actually impossible, meaning that 50 were actually possible. Hey, I cleared more stages than I failed, so that's actually pretty cool, I suppose. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.